Okay, I'll start. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh and good evening. Yeah, yeah, and yeah, you can see the interesting topic here. It's quite like when we put it in YouTube, this could be a good clickbait. I assume. Beware of your friend, and me as a developer talking about this one. I'll discuss more about it soon, but just I want to brief you that this is my second time presenting something in front of all of you. The previous one, I guess, or I assume it's quite outstanding. I believe that's just maybe just my opinion. I presented about Kafka, if you guys remember. Yes, that's me, the same person that who made you guys laugh more a lot at that fine afternoon. Maybe today also. Yeah, for today opportunity, I would like to present something more light, not quite heavy things, since I believe that we will have something more heavier in the next presentation by other two good guys, Hairil Arifin, or three, or and also the Stephen Bong. Me here just to serve the appetizer. I assume. Hope you guys enjoy it. Okay, let's start. Yeah, this is me. I believe we most of the people in us already know me, but we already have a lot of new people. My name is Muhammad Nur Abdi. You can just call me Abdi, but not sayang, honey, darling, because I already have one that waiting for my paycheck at home. And I graduated from President University for my bachelor degree. Currently, continue studying at the same university to achieve my master degree. Uh, I had uh, I have 7 years experience. Most focusly on backend side. At first, I starting with Java as my programming language. I start as intern at my first company, then hired as a full time. Last for 2 years there, and also I'll move to ICEHOUSE where I fall in love with Golang. That's my links GitHub, but I haven't updated for quite some time, and also forget the password. And that's my LinkedIn. Then that's my YouTube. Even though that there is no videos there yet, maybe this would be my first video to be uploaded. Okay, let's talk about the friend that we need to be beware of. Yeah, as you know, I will not talk about my friends, my human friends, like you guys. I will talk about that me as a developer, the developer friends, which I assume these are your friend as well. Google, Stack Overflow, Medium, and other blog posts, and also the library, the website documentation that you use in your daily development when building an app or a web, and there's a linter and etc. You can name it. These tools or these service that we use to help us, that be friend with us, we be friend with them to help us on develop our app or web as a backend or as a front end engineer. Yeah, as I mentioned, the first friend that we have is Google. I assume everyone here already be friend with Google, right? Be honest, I don't think there is no one that using Google that not using Google yet to search their solution for any problem they have. Yeah, and then actually Google is you as a developer cannot really grow nowadays without a Google. Yeah, we could call it, we name it as well like Google developer. Means that we don't work for Google, but we work any for other company, but we use Google for finding the solution for us. And possible solution might be found in there for your problem. But the thing is that I'm quite curious about the other developer that when there is no Google around, where they look up to. Is they're using their knowledge, I assume may have a good one there. And as you can see, this is actually I share my recent historical search in Google. There is lip service. You may heard about this issue if you follow the issue in the Indonesia. It's all about just something to laugh about our president. He named as King of Lip Service. Maybe it's true. And I searched actually, as I mentioned that we developer use Google to find the solution for our problem, right? Usually most of the developer, I believe, and even the simple one, the simple to the hard one. And as you see, my last recent search history is like to find how to declare map with values using Golang, open bytes with Golang, something like that. We rely on Google too much. And the other thing is the Stack Overflow. This is the where we most of the developer landed when finding solution in Google. I believe that the developer will look at choose where is the source from the Stack Overflow, and that's the first place where the developer would go for finding the answer. Even for this, as you can see, I captured the example there, and it's just a small problem, but I believe developer tends to search this one to convert string to integer in most of the most of the any language. We tend to forget that. Yeah, there's nothing wrong with that. Yeah, ignores the ads there. It would be because I'm handling the security issue right now in Prodia. They offer me to resolve security issue faster with GitHub. Yeah, that's Stack Overflow, one of the friend for developer. And then there is linter. Yeah, linter, I could name it as a tool to analyze the code to help you flag uh, any programming errors, bugs, styles, or any suspicion that may cause you problem later. This one of the best friend of the developer, and every language already have a linter implemented. Yeah, the next one is why we have to beware of those friends, as the topic that I presented at first. The first one is the solution given would be valid for any one case, but possible not yours. And the second one, it just gives the snippet of code without further testing, especially against your case. I would like to share about my experience, especially working in ICEHOUSE when I learned Golang at first, and then I have a project. This is the one of the thing that made me realize that I need to be aware of these friends. The case is like this. I Googled the solution at that time, how to customize transport layer. You maybe know this one, and to have a large portion of connection pool. I Google it and look at the Stack Overflow. That's the common pattern, I believe, for most of the developers. Look at the Stack Overflow, then choose one of the approved solution there. Even though that it redirect me to a blog post, and then I look at it, read for a while, understand it, and then copy paste it. Then boom, problem solved. Until a bigger issues comes. The order service that's supposed to accept a request, multiple requests for the order, becomes rejecting all of the requests for certain time. That's a big problem, which turns out the order service keep restarting due to panic or terminating by itself, and then restarted again. And at that time, we kind of confused why this is happens. We try to trace back what have been made or what have been changed and what caused the error. And we found out that the one we copy paste from that friend is the root cause. That we have to consume more time to find the root cause, fix it, and redeploy it again, including testing, and that costs us money heavily. This is the sample of the code that have been copy pasted. The one for the reviewer that already familiar with the code review process, and the red one is the previous state of previous version, and the green one is the fixed version, the latest version that to propose to be fix the problem. And as you can see, let's focus on the red one. That's the one that caused us a problem. Why? Because it turns out we at that time we don't really have a good understanding about the transport itself, about the client itself for the Golang HTTP client, and we do copy transport there, which is has the mutex library, which should not be copied. It's stated clearly by its API documentations in the in Golang. So we fix it by create our own custom transport. As you can see, I may not go detail with this one, so I'll continue with the next one. So this may be that one of the things that I highlight as me at that time as a new programmer, and could be also benefit for all of you. Uh, Maybe let's wait for a second. Let's Azan ends first. Yeah. Okay, let's continue. And after all of the problem that we have, here is the things that I learned as a, and also could be benefit for the new developer or new programmer as well. The first one is it's okay to be friend with those friends, but the first thing is to make sure that to validate all the solutions given, test it first before making a merge request. Make sure your program runnings after those changes made. And one of the thing that if the issue related with the performance, like we have in the example I presented, then suggest to have performance tests such as load test first, and do not rely too much on linter. Such issues come in the real-time process. And also read closely the API or the library that documentation that you use, especially related that the one that you implementing. And the other is the learn English. That's the first thing that you need to learn about the program, because all of the solution there that given by your friend is all, most of them is in English. I think that's for the appetizer that I mentioned, and that's all from me. Thank you.